guys are just about set to start your show. What kind of stuff are we going to be seeing? What can people expect from the Lumberjack Show here today?
Well, we've got all the old time and new time events. So we got crosscut saws from the 1800s. We got chainsaws from the modern day events. Axes, we're going to be throwing those. We got water events where we'll be racing across logs and some chainsaw carving.
And Jimmy, what's kind of your favorite part of this Lumberjack Show that you're involved in? You've been doing this for about 15 years.
I would say my favorite part is the boom running. Just all the coordination that goes on with it, all the preparation that goes with it. A lot of the other events, it's something that you can catch on pretty quickly, but that boom running, it's pretty difficult to learn. And
now this is sorry about that. Now this is something that people don't get to see every day. How much joy does it be able to for you to bring people this that might not be able to know or this stuff kind of exists?
Right. Being that this is my hometown, I love being able to demonstrate in person because you may have heard it, you may have seen it in the books or read about it in movies or things of that nature, some other various media out there, but you don't get a chance to see it live. So being able to come on down here and see it live where the Lumberjacks used to do it back in the 1800s, it's a really cool feeling for us.
And now you guys, of course, you're from Stillwater. Are you from Stillwater as well?
Yep.
Okay. So being a hometown kid, I mean, just like he said, that's got to be a great thing to be able to bring this up because this is the event of the summer in Stillwater. So having the name Lumberjack Days, how important is it having that being tied to the event of the summer?
it's fantastic. Just being able to combine the heritage of Lumberjack Days and being able to do the Lumberjack shows, I couldn't ask for anything better. You know, doing it in front of familiar faces here, you know, for the next 3 days, it's great.
The history goes back a long time. Enjoy the show.
The All-American Lumberjack Show features two teams on out here. Probably noticed we got a lumberjack over here with a blue plaid shirt on and a blue saw stand. On the other side, we got a lumberjack with a red plaid shirt and a red saw stand. It's going to be a dividing line right down the middle here. And everybody on this side and all the way over here, you're all going to be on the red team. Let's have a big cheer for the red team over here. Ooh. They're ready to go. They're ready to go. Then from the middle and all the way down over here, you're all going to be on the blue team. Let's hear for the blue team on this side. All right. Now, I do want to introduce the two lumberjacks we got out here today. I'm going to start it out down over here on the red side. This young fella was born out in Washington State. Well, his family was from back here, and he moved back, and he went to grade school and to high school in Stillwater, Minnesota. His great-grandpa was a 10-time world lumberjack champion. Let's put our hands together. Jimmy Anderson, right on over here on the red side here. All right, well, he's going to be going up against another fella here from Stillwater, Minnesota, and this guy's won 12 world titles by himself out there. Yeah, 2 years ago, he won 3 gold medals up at the World Lumberjack Championships, and he's been sponsored by Red Bull, energy drink, Echo Outdoor Equipment. Let's put our hands together. Jamie Fisher over here on the blue team. Now, all these events you're going to be watching come from a skill that a logger needs in the woods on out there. And the first one we got coming on up here is known as the obstacle pole race. What it is, it's a race up and down these logs that go at an angle. A lumberjack starts with the hands on the end of the log. On the command to go, he's going to reach down, grab that chainsaw, run all the way down the far end, and he's got to scale that tree to the top. Once he gets up to the top here, he's got to start a saw and make 2 cuts and get off 1 slab. 1 from the front, 1 from the back. Shut that saw back off, race back down, and then it's a foot race to the front. First one to take the front of the log out here is going to be the winner. Now, I know they want to warm up their saws. Let's give them a pull. Let's get them going. All right, now this is all head-to-head competition. If it's close, I'm coming back to you. You're going to determine the winner. I'll do the starting out here. It'll be a command of 1, 2, go. On go. I'm going to fire the gun. It's a little gun that makes a big bang. Plug your ears when you do it here. But wait. Not yet. Here we got to find out who's got the best team out here. Who has got the best team? And I'm going to start it out with the blue team. I want to have a big cheer for the blue team over here. Ooh, I'm going to give them a 90. That was good. That was really good here. All right, it's the red team's turn. Let me hear for the red team on this side. 91. They're ahead on this side over here. All right, here we go. Round number 1 called the obstacle pole race. First of all, contestants ready. 1, 2, go! And out of the blocks we go. Don't be afraid to cheer them on. Jamie in the blue one out here. Jimmy in the red. Oh, coming on down that pole. Who's going to get down in the front? Put that saw down in. It's going to be a race. It's going to be. Who won it? Who won it? I can't tell. All right, all right. How many think the blue team won it? The blue team. How many think the red team won? This is what I like, fair and impartial judging right off the bat out here. All right, here. We're gonna go with a draw. How about a draw? Let's give them both a big hand. Huh? Yep, big hand for both of them. We'll split the prize money on that one here. All right, now, what are we gonna have? Some axe throwing? Should we do some axe throwing? Oh, we've got a single man crosscut sawing. All right. Let's bring out the big old crosscut saws out here. Crosscut saws are what built America. Back in the early days of logging, long before they had any chainsaws in their hands, they had crosscut saws. All the way up to about 1950, believe it or not, crosscut saws was the tool of the trade for lumberjacks to harvest the trees in the forest out there. 2 men to a saw, 1 man to a saw. They pulled on these saws 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and they got paid $10 a month and all they could eat. They had lumber camps all the way up to St. Croix and all the way up to Nemacolin, cutting trees down to bring down the water for a log drive. Now, Jamie, he's going to tell you a little bit about this crosscut saw because it's a racing saw.
Well, I went down to New Zealand where they make some of the finest crosscut saws in the world. This is an M-tooth design by a company called Tuatai. So each of the teeth out here are shaped like the capital letter M, and that allows my saw to cut on both the push and the pull stroke. So it's a very efficient saw. Now, just as important as the teeth out there are the holes after each set of teeth about the size of a dime. It's called a gullet, and it acts as a storage container for the sawdust. So after the teeth do the cutting, it puts that sawdust in that gullet, and then when the gullet is brought outside the block of wood on each stroke, the sawdust simply falls on the ground via gravity. Now, this particular saw is approximately 5 feet tall plus the handle, and it has one very important fact out here, ladies and gentlemen. This saw has 104 teeth on it. And the reason that is significant is because 104 teeth is more teeth than all of the Green Bay Packer fans combined.
All right here. This is why we don't give the lumberjacks a microphone very often here. Okay, now, what it is, on the command to go, they're going to start the pull and push. They are allowed to go down to the depth of the teeth on a starting cut. We're cutting about 12 inches of red pine on out here. First one to get the block of wood on the ground will be the winner. Cheer them on as they go through the wood. They're going to get warmed up in this one. So, contestants ready. 1, 2, go! And off they go. And I tell you what, Jimmy's pulling pretty hard on that one over here. He's got a little loose block, but he's going to keep her going. And Jamie on the other side is pulling her back and forth. And I think we might have a clean win on this one out here. As Jimmy's block is coming loose, let's have a big hand for the blue team over here. Jamie Fisher going to win first out of that one here. And Jimmy, you might want to set that block a little bit heavier there. All right. Now, tell you what, we don't need the saws for the next one. Let's have some axe throwing competition. What we got out here is we got ourselves a big old butt end of a white pine tree here. It's got circles painted on it. Now, what the lumberjacks get to do is they get to throw 4 times at the target. First time they throw, it's only a practice throw, and then they're going to throw 3 times for points. A bullseye in the middle, that's that blue dot out there, that counts for 5. The white ring around it is 4, the red ring 3, the yellow ring 2, the skinny green ring, that'll give you 1 point if you stick it in there, and if you miss the target, you got to swim for your axe here. So, we'll start it out with the red team. Let's hear for the red team. Jimmy Anderson over here. First throw is a warm-up throw. 20 feet is the distance. Oh, he gets a bullseye on his warm-up out here. 20 feet is the distance. Axe handle's got to be 28 inches or longer. Got to be a double-bitted axe. And the leading edge that they throw is the one that counts for the points out here. Here goes on that first throw. Oh, and I think he might have the red. He's going to get 3 out of that. 3 points out of the first one here. Bullseye on the warm-up, but 3 on the first one for points, and that leaves 2 more throws on out here. You can throw the axes one-handed, two-handed, overhand, underhand. Doesn't matter how you throw it, only counts on how it goes into the wood out here. And, oh, down the middle. Oh, that's bringing that red team around. All right, he's got 5 and 3. That's 8. How many want another bullseye? Bullseye out here. All right, he's got 1 on the warm-up. Let's see if he can finish it off out here. That'd be a good score. That'd be 13 if he can get it here. It's in the air. He got it. He got it out here. He cut it, he says. Let's have a hand for him. 13 out of 15. 13 out of 15 here. Well, the blue team, you better help him out. He's going to need some big throws on out here. J.B. Fisher on the blue side. 1 warm-up throw. And he would have had a 4 on that here. Now, if your axe falls out of the target, you don't get any points. That's why they got to put a little bit of mustard on it out here. There he goes for that first one. Jimmy's sitting with a fine score. He's got 13. Jamie gets a 4. 4 on 1. 4 on 1 out here. All right, second throw. The reason they throw from 20 feet, it is 1 revolution of the axe. 20 feet. And he's going to get another. 4 and 4 is 8 out here. Jimmy, you're sitting pretty good. He needs a bullseye. He needs a bullseye to tie it. Come on, blue team. Let's hear it for him on out here. He needs a bullseye. That'll only give him a tie. That'll only give him a tie out here. Oh, and I don't know if he's got it or not out here. He's got a 4. Let's hear it for Jimmy Anderson. He's going to win that 13-12. In the axe throwing competition. These two are pretty close out there in abilities, I'll tell you that here. All right, now let's get into that hot saw competition. We're going to go back into another chainsaw event on out here. And hot saw competition started in about 1957. You see, the first chainsaws to come out were 2-cycle motors on out there. And it wasn't until about 1950 that a 2-cycle motor was in production there. Well, they got those chainsaws going, and they found out that 1 lumberjack with a chainsaw could do as much work as 12 lumberjacks with crosscut saws in the woods. So all the lumber camps wanted their lumberjacks to have chainsaws out there. They could harvest a lot more trees, and they could bring them down the log drives all the way to Stillwater here and cut them up. Well, there is some rules in hot saw competition, and number 1, only 1 person can run the saw. If you can't lift that saw by yourself, you can't run it. Number two on out here, it gotta have a chain on it. If it doesn't cut with a chain, it isn't a chainsaw. And in number 3, the rule they said, well, you can run any kind of motor you want, but it can only have 1 cylinder and 1 piston in it. And I think Jimmy's gonna tell you about it, but Jimmy, you gotta come over here. That microphone ain't quite that long here. I can't stretch that cord here. So tell them a little bit about what you got under the hood.
All right, is everybody having a good time out here? Yeah? All right. So hot saws. The first thing that we had to do is we had to go out and find the biggest stock saw that we could find. And what we found was a Husqvarna 3120. It's 120 cc's right out of the box, about the same size as a dirt bike. Now the first and most obvious modification that we did to this thing is this big black pipe. It's called an expansion chamber. It gives our saw about 25 to 30% more power. The next modification that we did, we took this casing off, we took our 6.2 sprocket, and we replaced it with a 12.2 sprocket to speed up the chain. We also poured and polished the pistons, and after all said and done, we got our chain speed going from 50 miles an hour to 150 miles an hour. These things are flying. You don't want to look away during this event.
Yeah, it's only going to take them about 4 seconds to do 2 cuts out here, so you got to really look close for the second block of wood to hit the ground. It's got to be on the ground. If they kick it out and it flies through the air, it doesn't count until that block hits the ground out here. Now, we're going to go with the West Coast drag start. First of all, lumberjacks will be given about 15 seconds to warm their saws up. Then I'm going to walk out, and as a starter, I'm going to hold my hands straight out. That will be a signal for the lumberjacks to bring the saws over the top of the wood. When I raise my hands up, they can open them up. When I drop my hands, 2 cuts are going to be made. One of them is going to be an upcut, one's going to be a down. They can do it in any order they want here. Now, it's going to get a little loud. It's going to get a little loud out here. If you got some kids up front, have them hold their hands over their ears as it is going to be loud. And if the guys are ready, let's give them a pull. Let's get them going. I think we might have a winner over here on the blue side. Let's have a hand for Jamie Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to win that one. And a very quick saw out here. All right, we're going to get into the boom running now, the boom running on out here. Boom running and log rolling are two skills that loggers needed in the woods on out there. And they both start with the log drives of America. Bringing the logs down the river here on the St. Croix River, men had to ride those logs and make sure they didn't jam up. If they jammed up, it was going to cause a lot of logs to be lost with dynamite. So men rode these logs down. They were called river pigs. What they had to do is they had a pike pole in their hand, and as they ran across them logs, they had to not make sure they fell in because the water was ice cold and the logs were crashing together. Now, in this particular event, it's a race across these floating logs. It's 50 feet over, 50 feet back, and they get to run it 2 times. Now, one with the fastest time is going to be the winner on out here. And what they do is on the command to go, they take off running. All 4 logs are lay turned, and they got to get to that dock. Once they get to this dock over here, they're going to go around that post, and then they got to run back. Like I said, they get to do this 2 times. The one with the fastest time will be the winner. And it looks to me like we're going to start it out with the red team. Let's hear it for the red team down over here on this side. Jimmy Anderson will be our first racer. So, contestant ready. 1, 2, go! And out of the blocks he goes. Taking all the quick little steps, and he makes it all the way. All right, here he comes on the way back. There's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 4. He's got to go. Keep her going. And wow. He's got a time of 10.74. 10.74. And he is in the lead here. He's in the lead. All right, let's hear it for the blue team. Blue team, Jamie Fisher. 10.74. Ready? 1, 2, go! And whoa, he's moving. Look at that. He's all the way over. Here he comes on the way back. He's moving it. Oh, he comes up short on that one. And he's going to come back up. And I tell you what, he had a 13.89. 13.89 on that one. All right, so Jimmy, you're in the lead with a 10.74. He's completely dry. Let's get him going. Come on, red team. Come on, let's hear it for him there. Ready. 1, 2, go! And out of the box he goes. Take a little steps right up there, right up there. Oh! He almost fell in on that one. Here he comes on the way back. Go, 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 go! All right, now he's got to climb up on that other one. Keep it going there, Jimmy. No! He's got to ride him. Get up on top of that log. You got to ride that baby. Oh, go, go, go. There he is. All right. He's got an 18.44 on that. 18.44. And that'll bring up Jamie Fisher, who is completely wet. Now, he had a good time going until he hit the water. All right, blue team, come on, let's hear it for him. Jamie Fisher. Make a little noise. Here we go. 10.74, the time to beat. Ready. 1, 2, go! And out of the block he goes. He got a good turn. All right, can he stay up on top? There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and... Holy man, 8.11 on that here. Well, you know, believe it or not, he is the world record holder in the 100-foot boom out there. And the 100-foot boom, his record, 6.33. Yeah, that was about 25 pounds ago, let me tell you. All right, how about a big hand for 2 lumberjacks? Jamie Fisher over here, 12 world titles under his belt. And Jimmy Anderson, the only other, there's 3 guys that went under 7 seconds in the 100-foot in the history of the sport. Jimmy's one of them there. We thank you for coming down. Have a great time now here at Lumberjack Days. Lots more going on. Thank you very much. Thank you very much here.